than some of the backtracking you heard yesterday?
Wow. Well, I think Sunday right after the game, I mean, emotions are so raw. He even said yesterday, like he's 15 minutes after he's in the locker room crying with some of his teammates, and you're sitting here and you ask these big questions kind of about your future. So I think he was more relating to it as saying, like, hey, I'm not really in complete control of my future here. It's up to them if they want to keep me around. It sounds like Aaron would love to continue and end his career in Green Bay someday, but I think ultimately knows it's not exactly up to him.
When you look at it, though, AJ, yes, it's not up to him, but we've both been inside locker rooms and had emotional games and things didn't work out. Your thoughts are calculated prior to entering that locker room. I've been at the podium a million times, and I've said things that I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of. And I think that is kind of what we're getting at with Aaron. If it works out this year, does it work out again next season in 2022, so to speak?
That's a great question. Yeah, so this year, I mean, it seems like Aaron's going to be the MVP of the season. He played unbelievable all year. Does Aaron have to win the MVP next year to stick around in Green Bay? Like, is that what the standard that they're setting? Like, hey, if you have any kind of fall off at all, we're going to move on and see what we have in Jordan Love. I don't know if that's in the back of his brain or not. I doubt it. That would kind of hamper your play, I would think, if you're expected to win the MVP every single year. But yeah, you're right though. Like, everyone is calculated. Aaron's a very smart guy. I know he puts a lot of thought into his answers. So I don't know if he had any kind of ulterior motive or what was going on, but I think he did say that he's gonna have conversations with everybody there in the front office, and who knows if they what they do moving forward. But I think it's likely with Mark Murphy too, saying, hey, we're not idiots. We know we want Aaron here, and he is going to be here, whether that's giving him an extension to give him some more guaranteed money, whatever it may be. I think they'd be absolutely nuts if Aaron's not there for at least the next couple years.
A.J. Hawk, former Packer, Ohio State linebacker, Super Bowl champion in 2002 with Aaron Rodgers' national championship as well, joining us here this morning on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. A.J., what should they do outside of money, though, right? Like, what should they do with the draft picks, to try and satisfy, so to speak, cater to Aaron Rodgers?
Well, I mean, maybe you would think, okay, let's go out there and get another weapon on the outside, another receiver to help complement Devontae Adams. And the other guys, I mean, that's not a slight to any other receivers, but those guys stepped up and played very well too, but you can never have enough weapons, I feel like. Also, there's some decisions they have to make with the running backs. Corey Linsley, all-pro center, will be a free agent. Are they going to try to bring him back? I don't know. I know Bakhtiari was a big loss at left tackle. You saw that against the Tampa Bay Bucs, all the pressure they were able to get on Aaron. So I think you have to figure it out a little bit, make sure you shore up the O-line. I don't know if they have it in their budget to take care of Corey Lindsey at center or not. I know Aaron loves having him there. But, yeah, just try to, I don't know, like, find a way to make some moves. I don't know if it has to be a splash move, but bring in one or two weapons on offense. I think that can kind of re-energize and give a little bit more juice to this offense, which is kind of crazy to say considering the season they had and how well Aaron played. But, hey, everybody wants a bunch of weapons to throw to.
AJ, what's up, man? Good to have you on the show, brother.
Hey, you too, Jay. How you doing?
Doing good, man. So I'm listening to Mark Murphy say, we're not idiots, and my brain automatically goes to this place. I'm like, well, it was kind of idiotic that you guys got Jordan Love. Like, why not get another skill position player to add those weapons, right? Like, if you're Aaron, or you obviously know him, how do you go back and kind of judge this season? Like, about what could have been as opposed to what was, granted, with the way things ended.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess now when your season ends it is so sudden like that, when they expected to win. Yeah, you can go back and second guess and look over like, wait, what could we have done if we had one or two more pieces here or there? And when it comes to Jordan Love, I mean, you can't. When people try to compare it to them, the Packers drafting Aaron back when Brett was here, like, you can't really compare it. Brett had already retired and come back a couple of times. Like, he was kind of waffling. Aaron's obviously not waffling. He's going to win the MVP this year. So that's what's the most questionable thing. But I guess if you're Aaron, you know what? You have all the leverage if you want to look at it that way, just because of how well you're playing. If you want to go back and say, give me some more money, then I think they definitely should give him some more money. But I think it'll be an interesting offseason, especially without like the pro days and combines with the COVID situation, like how you're going to evaluate talent, who you're going to draft. I don't know. Maybe the Packers jump out and draft a receiver in the first round. Do you think they should do that, Keyshawn?
You don't need one in the first round, right? Devontae Adams is potentially the best receiver that they've ever had outside of Sterling Sharp. So do you have to take a guy in the first round? Like you need to be able to evaluate the talent, AJ, right? I mean, think about it. This league is made up of third, fourth, fifth round guys that we watch every single Sunday. First and second round guys sometimes don't work out the way that people envision based on just because they've been drafted. So they've got to identify people that can play. The Donald Drivers of the world that can play. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go get a first round guy to be successful.
Yeah, you're right, and maybe even go out there. I'm always curious about receivers that are on college teams that don't have a great quarterback or don't throw the ball much, or maybe at NFL receivers that are just kind of under the radar but still great players, but they don't have an elite quarterback getting them the ball. Go find a few of those guys. You won't have to throw a ton of money at them, and guess what? They can come to Green Bay. In that system with Aaron Rodgers as the quarterback, they can become superstars.
You go and you get a guy, AJ. You go and get a guy like AJ Green. You spend a little money on him because you're going to have to address Devontae Adams anyway. You already know that because he's not going to play for what he's playing for and doing what he's doing for you continuously. So you go and get one of those. You may even want to go get Allen Robinson, even though you got to pay a ton of money for him, but you know you got to address Devontae Adams. And if you're going to spend $40 million tied up in two guys, so be it. If you're trying to win.
I do anything I need to do to keep Aaron Rodgers there, but I'm so curious, AJ, what kind of conversation do you think will be that first conversation Matt LaFleur will have with Aaron?
I honestly, I don't know if they've already had it or not, if they had their exit meeting. I know Aaron did say he's staying around Green Bay all week. I know in the past he's left before and gone back to California pretty quickly. I think he's doing, I don't know what he's doing, packing up, who knows, probably going to the facility, getting everything situated before he heads back out west. But I think that's one thing. Aaron's not scared of conflict. That's one thing Mike McCarthy, he was the head coach during my 9 years there. Like, he would always say conflict is good. Like, if you have an issue, you go to your coach, you come to me, we talk through it. We don't sweep anything under the rug. And Aaron definitely is not worried about that. And I think he and LaFleur have kind of had great dialogue back and forth, and it's always gotten better. But I guess the question is, his conversations with